What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is another story time kind of video that I was planning on doing, and it's related to something that happened to me when I was a little younger, probably in my late teens, and it happened in New York City, and I was with my brother, and we used to like going to local shops, random shops. Maybe some of them will contain comic books, video games, baseball cards, sports memorabilia type of cards, stuff like that. We would always, and New York back then was, yeah, they had a lot of that stuff going around, and it was pretty nice for that. There's still some famous stores around to this day, but what happened this day was kind of weird. So, like usual, we're just randomly walking around New York City. I forget where we were coming from. I think we were coming from my cousin's house, and we were coming back. It was probably a following day because we used to work near some close cousins that we used to live near them, and then when we had to go to work, and it was a 2 day trip. Instead of going back home, we just slept over and stuff. So sometimes we would come back, and it would be really early, and we'd just walk around the city and stuff like that. So this one time, we just bumped into a local card shop. We never heard of it before. We never noticed it before, but it was there. So we went in. This is not the shop that I'm talking about. It's just an image that I had, and actually Alex's MVP sports cards. I heard good things about that place, and I think it does still exist. But just just an image, just to give you an image of what was going on. So we saw a shop. We walked in. I can't vaguely remember if it was going out of business or it was on sale, but it was a lot of cool stuff in the shop, and we looked around, and we bought some hobby packs or stuff like that. And I think there was comic books were there, and we were just looking around. If you guys ever been to Forbidden Planet, it kind of reminds me. It was kind of reminding me of that, or an old record store type of place, or Surplus. If you guys know, in California, Los Angeles, Surplus kind of gave that vibe off of to me. So um we walked in, and we just bought random stuff. It was pretty cool, and we thought the prices were reasonable. We walked out. Not too. We didn't stay there too long. We just probably an hour or so, and that's these are just random images that I I just came through. So we were just amazed how the place looked, and we wanted to go back. And we remember getting a bag after the sale, and how it marketed the bag, and how uh see, this is the problem. I couldn't remember if the place was on sale. I mean, if there was a sale or it was going out of business, because tend to people tend to market things in the same way. So we uh about a few days later, we wanted to visit the shop again, but this time it was nowhere to be found. We went to the same spot where it existed, and usually you would think if something was going out of business, you would notice this. we remember checking the bag that we bought the items from, because we used to keep a lot of plastic bags back then and reuse them for our own trash can and stuff like that. Um, for the smaller trash cans that probably like in your bedroom or like in the bathroom and stuff like that. That's what we usually kept the plastic bags for. But we also kept it because we knew there was advertising and we can call the store and find out where it was actually located. But we didn't think of that, and we didn't have, Google and stuff wasn't that prevalent back then as it is now. It's very easy to get on the computer and just search for things. And usually you got Yelp that would give you a review of the places some local places and stuff like that. So you have definitely a lot more resources. Sorry, I couldn't talk. And we couldn't find a bag. We couldn't, or if we did find a bag, it didn't say anything on it or something like that. Now this might sound like it's all over the place because I'm trying to remember this from a long time ago. It literally happened like 15, maybe around 18 years ago, or yeah, somewhere around that time frame. So it's quite a bit, quite a bit of years, and so we try to, like I said, we did go back to the area we thought it was, and it wasn't there. We could have been mistaken. We could have been, you know, just not knowing exactly what the address is. But the weirdest thing was that there was the place, the area that we thought it was located at, now had a new storefront or something like that, and we just couldn't believe it. We were dumbfounded. What happened? Did we go to an alternate universe that this card shop did exist, and then in this other universe it doesn't? That's what we were thinking, because it was quite a weird time. I remember feeling really weird about that, because in the area where we found it at, it was like, your neighborhood, your areas, and if you're a New Yorker for a long time or any place for a long time, you start to actually recognize streets and landmarks and know where things are. And that's basically how we guided ourselves at that time before Google Maps and all this stuff. So it was just weird that we couldn't find the place. It could have been false memories, like we could have not it went out of business, but like I said, I remember like just like a new store just opened up in that exact same spot, and it was weird. We just couldn't find it anymore, and we tried. And remember, it was like and I think we had good cards. It was a very good, like, I wish we were recording it, but I forget exactly what cards we had and what we got from that shopping experience. But it was significant enough that we really wanted to go back. Like we thought it was good luck or something like that. So that's just an interesting retrospect, kind of card related also. So if you people that watch my channel are somewhat interested in some of the stories that I like to tell, um, this could be categorized as a Mandela effect or um, glitch in the matrix, but like I said, I'm not sure about that. It's just a story that I would like to tell. It was not too exciting, but it's kind of relevant to what I like to talk about. So let me not keep you here too long. If you do like this, please leave a like and share this video. I will try to leave the link for all these photos. I don't know how people feel about using these photos for talking purposes and stuff like that. I hope nothing really bad about it, because I'm not using anyone's music, but images are more freer in the freer use. So I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this video.